Hi everyone, Lisa Haven here. Well, the World Health Organization Director General has just issued an ominous coronavirus warning on his Twitter page. And this happens as 80 cities go under quarantine, including Beijing. But before I get into the report, just a quick break. Have you been watching gold recently and wondering how you can get in on the action? Now, it may come as a surprise, but you actually can without even buying gold. Sure, gold has rocketed recently, but hanging on its coattails and coming up quickly is silver. And you can get silver with Noble Gold Investments. Like a dog that follows its master, silver follows gold. Sometimes it can even overtake it. Not to mention, it's cheaper to buy. Right now, gold is 80 times that of silver. Imagine the discount on the dollar. But you stand to make the same kind of profit. In fact, between December of last year and January of this year, silver actually made over 14%. That's huge. Now, imagine the tax relief on top if you bought silver for your 401k or IRA. Wondering who can help you with this? Well, Noble Gold can. They even have gold in their name, but it's not just gold and silver that they work with. They work with palladium and platinum as well, which are skyrocketing. Tempted? Well, I was. I have already converted my 401k into a Roth IRA, especially considering the turmoil right now with the coronavirus. We are literally in economic turmoil and we don't know which way the economy is going to go with this virus. So give them a call today at 1-877-646-5347. That number again is 1-877-646-5347, or you can go directly to their website at noblegoldinvestments.com. Don't forget to let them know that Lisa Haven sent you. All right, back to the broadcast. Let's start first with the World Health Organization's Director General's ominous warning about the coronavirus. Take a look at his Twitter page where he stated, "There has been some concerning instances of onward 2019 coronavirus spread from people with no travel history too. The detection of a small number of cases may indicate more widespread transmission in other countries. In short, we may only be seeing the tip of the iceberg. In an evolving public health emergency, all countries must step up efforts for Corona-19 virus, possible arrival, and do their utmost to contain it should it arrive. This means lab capacity for rapid diagnosis, contact tracing, and other tools in the public health arsenal." According to him, this is just the tip of the iceberg. What we're seeing now, quarantines and all, and deaths and all, we're now exceeding 900 cases is nothing, he says, compared to what we could see. Now, whether or not who is using this as some kind of inciting of panic, if you will, to force and ignite mass vaccination or not, right, which I totally disagree with, the truth of the matter is that this is out of control, literally out of control. So much so that they've now got 80 cities under quarantine in China. This is unheard of. Check out this article here on epictimes.com. Over 80 cities under quarantine due to the coronavirus. 80 cities. That's a massive number. And it's not just these 80 cities. Beijing is also a part of this quarantine. Take a look at this article on gnews.com. Novel coronavirus. Beijing officially declares lockdown. As the novel coronavirus spreads from Wuhan, China, has been implementing closed management by putting 80 cities under lockdown. Today, Beijing authorities also issued a strict closed management of residential communities in an epidemic prevention and control announcement. It's an official declaration that Beijing, the country's capital of China, is now under lockdown. According to the notice, Beijing will further enforce community closed management in a strict manner Outside vehicles and personnel are not allowed to enter the city. Huge. People arriving in Beijing must also report their health status and complete the registration of personal information. Those who have left the epidemic area or have physical contact with persons in the epidemic area within 14 days of the arrival in Beijing shall be inspected or quarantined at home in accordance with the regulations. They should take the initiative to report their health conditions and cooperate with relevant management services. They shall not go out. Not go out. Anyone who refuses to accept epidemic prevention measures such as medical observation and home quarantine constitute a violation of public security management and shall be severely punished by the Public Security Bureau according to the law. We've never seen anything like this. Go back to the Spanish flu, go back to MERS, go back to SARS, go, you name it. 80 cities, including Beijing, under quarantine. But yet, don't worry, the numbers coming out of China, they're all right. There's only 900 some odd deaths by tomorrow. I'm going to say 100 now because by the time it shows, it's going to be more. Daily, every day, it increases about, on average, 80 to 100 now, right? That's huge. But hey, don't pay attention to the quarantines or none of it. You know, it's not like they're fudging the numbers. Or are they? Well, if you watch my channel, you obviously know they are. But take a look at this article here on ZeroHedge.com. This is how China is rigging the number of coronavirus infections. Now I'm going to throw this chart up here and you can see it on the screen, but this chart actually shows a huge decline in medical attention from China. It was going up about 15 to 20 on average, and then suddenly it flatlines. Like, you know, hey, there's no more increases. But if that's not all, check out this secondary chart here, which is even worse. It shows suspected cases actually going from 28,000 decreasing to 23 in a day's period. I mean, there is an awful big drop on the numbers, but these are the kind of lies, like to your face lies, that we're getting out of China. This doesn't follow the laws of epidemic, if you will. But hey, never fear. Maybe that's why there's an ominous warning under the radar from who? Who knows? Right? One last bit of the puzzle, I think that's kind of interesting, is this report on RT.com. China unveils mobile app that detects coronavirus close contact. This is an app that asks you to register, right? If you're in China, you need to register as if they already don't have enough register, your fingerprints, your face, your social media score, right? Whether or not you've been a good little citizen. Let's just register. And then it tells you whether or not you've been in contact with someone who has the coronavirus. This is pretty severe. And remember, that's communist China that we're talking about. We're not talking about a normal, democratically ran country. We're talking about communist here. Literal communist. Do we trust anything they say? Not really. But these are the same folks we have trying to rule right now here in the United States of America. And I know that's aside from what I'm talking about, but we really need to pay attention. There are communists in play. Bernie Sanders may not call himself a communist, but that is what is happening and what he really is. Needless to say, I think we need to pay attention to this coronavirus, obviously. I think there's a lot more than meets the eye. Anyhow, thanks again for tuning in. I'd love to hear your thoughts, comments, and concerns. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.